Hi, my name is Loic and I am into freelance graphic design. Today I'm going to showcase one of my skills, which is manual vector graphics. So I'm going to manually vectorize the PlayStation logo just to showcase my skills so that if you need somebody to vectorize a file for you, you can at least see what I'm all about. So in this case, to start, what I'm going to do is drag in the PlayStation logo for you to see. So there you go. This is the PlayStation logo that I'm talking about. So the first step, what I'm going to do, I'm going to resize the canvas so that you see I can recenter the PlayStation logo as you see on the screen. So I'm going to bring in the dialog box and make sure that the PlayStation logo is on layer 1. So it is indeed on layer 1, which is what we want. And I'm just going to lock that layer so that I cannot modify anything on that layer. And then I'm going to create another layer. We can call it layer 2. And that is going to be the layer on which I'm going to manually trace the logo. So I can close the dialog box so that we only have the PlayStation logo on the screen. But this time we are on layer 2. So what I'm going to do is grab the Bezier tool. I clicked on it and we are going to start with the letter P. So just for you to have an idea how I do it. So I'm going to manually trace the letter P on the logo. So I start with one angle and we work our way up. So on top, and we just slowly go down. I can do it like this and then like this, and we move up like this, we go down like this, and then we connect the two dots, and there you go. You have it's almost done. I will have to do a few modifications there. So I press the letter N on the keyboard to go to the node tool, and you see we are just going to manually adjust a few lines here and there just to make sure that it fits in the logo, the letter P. For now we are targeting the letter P, so we are going to manually adjust a few lines here and there. As you can see, we are just adjusting a few lines just to make sure that it fits perfectly with the letter P, and then later on we are going to color it. For now, I'm just slightly adjusting those lines just so that they fit in just like in the letter P. So you can see me do that. Okay, so inside the letter we are adjusting the strokes so that they fit in perfectly with the letter P. Exactly. That's exactly what we want to fit in. Okay. So we just move it just a little bit like this. And there you go. And there you have it. So now you have your full letter P. Let me recenter it. Let me bring in the dialog box, and I'm going to make the lower layer the original layer invisible so that you see here. That's the letter P that we have. What I'm going to do, I'm going to color it. I'm bringing back the lower layer, which is the original file. Let the dialog box disappear. And then I'm going to use the dropper tool. And using the dropper tool, I press the letter D on the keyboard. And I click on that red color. You see the red color in the background. I click on it just to copy that color and bring it to my drawing, the new P drawing that I just drew. So I'm going to bring in the dialog box again, and I'm going to make the background layer invisible so that you can see. There you go. Now you see that my new letter P is here, and I'm going to make the stroke invisible. So I'm going to remove the stroke, and there you go. So now you have the letter P. Let me take the dialog box away, and you have your letter P, fully vectorized letter P. And once it's vectorized this way, you see I can now move it around, and I can even change the color. You see, I can change the color to whatever I want. So once I vectorize it for you, you want me to change the color, you can just let me know and I will change the color to something that you prefer. So here is our letter P. I'm going to use the same technique to also vectorize the other letters, as you can see, but now that you understand the principle, I'm going to move much faster for the sake of time. So I'm going to accelerate the video, and when I finish, I'm going to now come back and explain everything. So let's go for it. So there you go. You have the full PlayStation logo, fully colored in vector format. So as you can see, I can move this. It's a vector file. This is another vector color. I decided to group them into colors. So as you can see, you know, different colors have been vectorized. You can still break down even those colors. It is possible if you use a vector illustration software. You can actually break it down anyhow you want. You can ungroup them. So if I take this color, for example, and I want to change it, there you go. And I can reverse it and bring it back where it is. So now that I have vectorized this logo, I can now save it in the format that the client has requested. So I can go to File, Save As. You know, the default is Inkscape SVG, but I can also save it in plain SVG. I can also save it in optimized SVG so that you get the smallest possible file. I can even save it in an AutoCAD format. If let's say it was an architect's plan and he wanted it vectorized, I can save it in that format for him. I can save it in EPS. If you prefer EPS file format, I can save it in that format. I can also save it in PDF. Okay, so you want it in PDF format, I can save it in that format. And I can also save it in AI format if you prefer it. So, just let me know which file format you prefer, and I'll go and save it. I'll go ahead and save it in that format. So that is it for this simple tutorial showing my skills on how I vectorize logos. If you need any of my services, you can contact me on the freelance platform, and I'll be happy to vectorize your file for you. Okay, bye bye for now.